glad to have you with us from the Legion Stadium in Las Vegas. We're headed toward the back stretch of the season, Week 9, and we couldn't be more fired up about this clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Air Force Falcons and the UNLV Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
In the desert, Allegiant Stadium is one of the biggest. Las Vegas gets it going for the UNLV Rebels. 65,000 plus. It can even be expanded to hold 72,000 fans. Dan Mullen's got it going. Can they continue to pack it in at UNLV? Back to you guys.
Okay, Holly. And the Falcons will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Rebels offense that has the first possession of the game. And here comes the junior running back. Here's a guy that can really deliver tough yards on the ground for this offense.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future, it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that's going to be the challenge for this offense tonight, is holding up against this pass rush. They are one of the best defenses in the entire nation because of their ability to get pressure on the quarterback. They're going to have to do a much better job tonight protecting their guy, or they've got no shot.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying to establish the run. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Royer. Rush right in his face. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. They kick it away on 4th down. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Falcons offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. He's been a really good complementary piece to this passing attack. The handoff. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing Matthews. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. The give to the fullback. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Matthews on the play action. Buying time to his right. He'll try to do it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. This quarterback part of their running game. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. The kick is on its way. On his way back from the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Rebels offense is back on the field. Quick step and go. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Here comes the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. 2nd down coming up. selling the fake. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction.
Defense way over-eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. To the air, it's Royer. Extending the play. He's going to take off. There he goes. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Right at the line. Touchdown, Rebels. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Long way to go on 2nd down. Matthews. Rushes on. And down he goes.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Gives it. He'll be stopped short and they'll force a 4th down. The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. No room to bring it back. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Look out! Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. 2nd and long here. He's got it on the right. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And listen, QB job number 1. Take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for the edge. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Turning it on. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeps it himself. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Run it with the fullback. Could be an alley. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They go play action with Matthews. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback in.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The fake and wants to throw. Going for 6. He caught it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. Give to the fullback. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Keeps it on the option. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force. He got it right inside the pylon. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And they did tack on the extra point. So that drive covered 40 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. UNLV will start this drive. The offense out there ready to go. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking downfield, it's Royer. Oh, pressure's coming. Fires on the move. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Taken down right away. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
3rd and 6 yards to go. Throwing Matthews. Sends it downfield. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And the Falcons are in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They're going to run it. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the back in motion. On the option. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Moves the pocket. It's Matthews. They're all over him. Unloads in the nick of time. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Drops back on first down. Trying to get rid of it.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Rebels line up to punt it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Matthews. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. again, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Falcons will call on their punt team. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Nice move to keep running. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Down to 2 minutes to play, we'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Pulls it on the option. Good pick up there. He gets enough for the first down. They'll go hurry up here.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicate.
He wants to go deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. They'll need a bunch on second down. Back to throw, it's Royer. He's not afraid to go deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be fourth down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. They boot it away on fourth down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Keeps it on first down. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And the Falcons come to the line in the hurry-up.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Matthews from the gun on third down. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Fires complete on the crosser. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He's got it inside the 25. Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. And the Rebels peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Long way to go on second down. Looking downfield, it's Royer. Rushes on. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a third and long. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He got it. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. And we start with the NC State Wolfpack taking on the number 5 team, the Pitt Panthers. And it's NC State with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game inside Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
The Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And the Falcons send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He gets a block. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Drops back, it's Royer. Heaves it deep. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Motion from the wideout. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd and goal for the offense. Quarterback keep. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. He'll keep it again on the option. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Absolutely perfect. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Well, obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Hands it off. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. The Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Looking for room. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Wide receiver going in motion. The give on the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Sets his feet. It's Royer. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. 3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. It's a draw. Spins away from the defender. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. From the gun. Got his man out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. The Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They go to the draw. They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Snap in the shotgun. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right on target this time. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. And the Rebels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Working the ground game. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to pass, it's Royer. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback. It's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a 4-man rush. Sometimes it's a 3-man rush. Sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front 7, it has been a nightmare for this offense. They've given up sack after sack after sack in this game.
Look out! Finds his big tight end. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. This game will officially be in the books shortly. Gives us a minute to check out the Week 9 scoreboard for the top 12 in college football. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! They've stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch him with a field goal.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and they need a touchdown. They were all over it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Keeps it on the option. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Sends it back in motion. Throwing Matthews. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Hardy. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Falcons can really attack on this 2nd and short. And he's brought down after a short gain. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. Sticks it in his belly. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Falcons have this offense rolling. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. And they have converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Under pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. UNLV will start this drive as the offense is out there and ready to cook. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Slips one guy, and now he's loose.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go. But this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
On the move. Going to try to get it himself. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the counter. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Pulls it. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Royer. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. And a precision punt there will pin the deep inside their own 10-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Trying to get the corner. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, you talk about all the excitement, emotion. You're about to go take the lead in this ball game, and then you fumble and turn the football over. Now you need help. Now I need my defense to go out and somehow get me this football back after squandering that opportunity.
UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Got a little grass. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. They'll try to run it in. Driven back. 5 defensive backs on the field as they desperately try to keep them out of the end zone late. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! Putting that 3 on the board makes it a 2-score game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Oh, pressure's coming. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. 2nd and long here. Out wide right, it's Hardy. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. One of the most storied and beautiful venues in college football, Nike Stadium. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Air Force Falcons and the Army Black Knights. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this when Holly Rowe has the latest.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Reese?
Keep that super knockboard cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. The Falcons ready to kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Army Black Knights offense will come out first. A rivalry game like this, they'd love to get off to a good start. Guys, the last time they met, they were trading haymakers with each other.
They sure were. You could really tell in that game how much this rivalry meant to the players. They were exhausted, David. That game was back and forth. Neither of these teams want to lose because you don't want to hear about it for an entire offseason, and you know they're going to be playing with some fire today.
And you hear about it from the fans every time you lose. You hear about it constantly. It matters. Heard about it with Jesse Palmer and the Georgia-Florida rivalry. It was a big-time deal. They're going to be playing with emotion. Who can handle that emotion early, get settled in, and throw that first punch?
On the move. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Pulls it and runs it again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Black Knights will punt this one away. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. So Air Force's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And this guy has developed quite nicely as a security blanket for his quarterback. Looking for the edge. First down, he'll keep it. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Option look. It's Matthews. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Mikey Stadium alive. A wall of cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Palmer. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Keeps it himself. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Matthews on the play action. He's dropped. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Throwing Matthews. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And we talked to the coach about this last week. Were you worried about the ball security? Your QB put it on the deck last week. You can't continue to do that and survive, and he does it again, man. Make sure you're getting 2 hands on that football. Keep it tight. And if I'm the defense, man, I'm going to keep pawing at that thing. I've already got it out once. I'm going to try to keep doing it.
Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Motion from the back. They want to run this quarterback. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. And the Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Matthews can't hold on in the face of the contact. Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Matthews. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Give to the fullback. There's a crease. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And the Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the fullback. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Falcons back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. 2nd and long here. On the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Pulls it. Got an alley. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback will keep it. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Leaves it in his belly. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. 3rd and 3. Well, guys, the Air Force has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Burrowing for yardage. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeps it on the ground. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Right side, it's Dorsey. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Plenty of options here, run or pass on 3rd down right around midfield. Trying to get the corner. Keeps it himself. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. And the Black Knights will line up to punt it away. Gets it away, and this is a tremendous punt. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
From the gun on 3rd down, Matthews. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Falcons line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it in. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. The Black Knights offense will go to work. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. It's complete on the right side. Could not make his way to the corner. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Looking for the edge. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. 3rd and long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Out wide left, it's Cantrell. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Punt is on its way. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Keeps it himself. Pulls it on the option. And they snuffed out that play from the start. He probably should have given the ball to the back. Give to the big fullback. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They're all over him. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the option. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights! to break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Pulls it. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the back. Nowhere to go. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Running the option, it's Matthews. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Matthews from the gun on 3rd down. Looking long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Punt is in the air. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. The Black Knights want to pick up the tempo.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Got the first down. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Rush right in his face. Forced him to get rid of it on 3rd down. The Black Knights will call on their punt team. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The give to the fullback. He's got enough. Good gain there, picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. Throwing Matthews. Going for the big play. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the #1 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's the Gamecocks, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And it's 3 straight victories for this team as they start to get hot. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now over to your game inside Michie Stadium. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Black Knights will kick it off to start the second half. He'll return it. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Matthews. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Trying to get the corner. Quarterback keep. Brought down.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They boot it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. And on second down for this offense. Looking for the edge. He'll do it himself. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, running back on the move. They stop him again, and not only that, they've made this 4th down that much harder. The Black Knights will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Trying to make one miss. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Keeps it himself. Rides the option, he keeps it. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Throwing Matthews. Fires to the wideout. Caught, it's Hardy. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. On the option. Quick toss. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. The big fullback's got it. Sees an alley. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Michie Stadium on this 3rd down. Reading the option, it's Matthews. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. Sends it back in motion. Now here's Matthews. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. They'll need a bunch on second down. Matthews. Snags it. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Falcons will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Turns it upfield. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Pulls it. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Off play action on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Black Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Third down play from the gun. Right down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
The Falcons now set to take over on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They've got the ball in midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. They go play action with Matthews. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. This drive will open from the 15. Trying to get the corner. Keeps it, looking for room. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Calls his own number. There he goes. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. This game is a virtual wrap as we take a look at the top 12 scoreboard for Week 10. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Long way to go on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped right there. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Out wide right, it's Dorsey. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Black Knights send out the punt unit. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Falcons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now on the move. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Pushes ahead. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. The Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Slips through the line. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Sells the run, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Keeps it on the option. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Could not make his way to the corner. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Pulls and fired complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Matthews. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Mikey Stadium, alive. A wall of cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on 3rd down. Big hit knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. And the Falcons decide to punt it away. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. 2nd and long here. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. 3rd and long right here. He's looking to throw. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Runs through a man. He might have space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback keeper. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Black Knights will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he's brought down after a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Keeping his eyes downfield. Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the 1st down. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Turning it on! He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the 1st down.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Set up for the 1st down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it.
He's looking deep. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. Handoff to the fullback. Couldn't make his way in. The two-point conversion fails, and we still have a 5-point game here in the fourth. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Fresh center down's going to the air. All by himself. Timeout taken by the offense as their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Makes the grab down immediately. He picks up a few. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Rush is on. Complete to the right. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. They'll need a bunch on second down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.